Welcome to our today's video. We are going to learn about agroforestry, and before this remember to like, share and subscribe. Your presenter is Elvis Taruswelcom. Agroforestry 1.0 Specific Objectives. A. Define agroforestry. B. State the importance of agroforestry. C. Describe various forms of agroforestry. D. Explain the importance of trees. E. Select appropriate trees for different uses. F. Describe tree nursery management and transplanting. G. Explain routine tree management. H. Select appropriate sites for trees in the farm and other areas. I. What is agroforestry? Methods of tree agroforestry is the practice of growing trees, shrubs, crops, forage and keeping livestock on the same piece of land with the aim of improving productivity of soil. Let's first learn forms of agroforestry. 1. Agrosilviculture. This is a combination of growing trees, shrubs and crops in agricultural production. From the diagram below, you can see crops and trees planted together. Here we go. Two. Silvipastoral. This is a combination of trees, shrubs and keeping of livestock. The diagram below shows trees, shrubs together with animals. Are we together, class? 3. Agrosilvipastoral. This is a combination of growing trees, shrubs, crops and keeping livestock, growing of forage. The diagram below shows combination of crops, livestock and trees. This is great. Importance of agroforestry. Source of firewood, remedy for deforestation. Source of income, environmental benefits. Legumes fix atmospheric nitrogen, thus improving soil fertility. Labor saving, aesthetic value. Let us now see ways in which trees improve soil productivity. They conserve moisture. They improve soil structure. They control soil erosion. They contribute plant nutrients, organic matter. Characteristics of trees and shrubs suitable for agroforestry. Fast growth rates. This reduces the time taken for the farmer to get the end products of trees and shrubs. Deep-rooted. This ensures minimum competition for mineral nutrients and moisture with the crop plant. Nitrogen fixing, leguminous to improve soil fertility. 4. Highly leafy, highly branched, good in byproduct production. The trees and shrubs should produce the byproducts without affecting the crop plant. 5. Should be hardy, should have high survival rate. Tree nursery. Types of tree nurseries. Direct nurseries, containerized nurseries. Seed collection and preparation. Acquiring seeds. Wholesome, free from pests and diseases. Good size. Fresh to ensure high viability. Seed treatment. Hot water treatment. Mechanical slight burning. Nursery management practices. Mulching. Pricking out. Weed control. Watering. Shading. Hardening off. Pest and disease control. Root pruning. Advantages of root pruning. Encourages the development of short, dense and strong rooting system. Enables easier lifting of the seedlings. To minimize root damage during transplanting. The following shows the diagrams of root pruning in the first photo and shading in the other. The reason for shading is 1. It intercepts the rain drops, thus preventing soil erosion. 2. Prevents evaporation. 3. Prevents scorching by the sun. 4. Prevents transpiration. Procedure of transplanting of tree seedlings. Dig planting holes few days before transplanting day. Water the seedlings 1 day before transplanting. Place the seedling at the center of the planting hole. Use a sharp knife, razor blade to cut and remove the polythene sleeve. Plant the seedling at the same depth as it was in the nursery. Water mulch the seedlings. Provide a temporary shade to conserve moisture. The following shows the diagrams of transplanting and protection. Care and management of trees. 1. Protection. It is done on individual seedlings or the entire field to protect them against destruction by animals. The diagrams below again shows protection done to individual plants. Point number 2. Pruning and training involves the removal of extra or unwanted parts of a tree. 3. Grafting old trees refers to the practice of uniting two separate woody stems, scion and rootstock to grow as one. 4. Weeding, weed control done to reduce competition for nutrients and moisture with weeds. 5. Disease and pest control done keep the trees healthy and ensure vigorous growth using appropriate chemicals. 6. Thinning, selective harvesting. Some trees are removed from overcrowded field to reduce competition for moisture, water and nutrients. 7. Irrigation, watering. It is done during the dry season to supply enough moisture. 8. Shading and mulching involves erecting a shade and application of mulch around the trees to reduce evaporation, moisture loss, conserve moisture. 9. Fertilizer, manure application involves application of well-rotten manure, inorganic fertilizers to supply required nutrients. 10. Gapping. It involves filling the spaces, gaps where seedlings failed to establish to obtain optimum plant population. Agroforestry practices. A. Alley cropping, intensive hedgerow, intercropping. This is the growing trees, shrubs between the rows of crops. Common species used include Leucaena and Calliandra. The diagram below shows alley cropping as one of agroforestry practice we do in agriculture. I give you some time to check on it. B. Border planting. It involves planting trees, shrubs on the edges, on borders of the farm. Check on border planting diagrams. C. Woodlots in the farm. These are plots of land set aside for trees only. Woodlots are usually established on parts of the farm that are not productive or where other forms of agricultural production would encourage soil erosion. Woodlots in the farm. These are plots of land set aside for trees only. D. Multi-story cropping. This is the growing of trees and crops forming different levels like stories. Common species used include whistling pine, African blackwood, etc. Multi-story cropping diagrams. This is the growing of trees and crops forming different levels like story, as you can see. Sites for agroforestry trees. Boundaries. Trees, shrubs, hedges are planted along the boundaries. Two. River banks. Trees and shrubs are planted along the river banks. Three. Terraces. Trees and shrubs, e.g. grevillea, cisbania, calliandra, are planted on terraces. 4. Slopes. Woodlots are established on sloppy areas. Five. Homestead. Trees and shrubs are planted around the house. Tree harvesting methods. 1. Pruning. This is the removal of branches from the lower part of the tree crown. 2. Lopping. This is the removal of branches from trees in an haphazard manner. 3. Pollarding. This is the cutting of all the branches and top part of the tree. 4. Coppicing. This is the cutting of the whole tree about 30 centimeters above the ground. 5. Thinning. This is the cutting down of trees to avoid overcrowding. This e-learning was done by Elvis Tarus, a full-time high school teacher of biology in AGRICULTUE. I am also an examiner of agriculture paper 1. Thank you and see you again in our next video. That's the end of our presentation.